Tyra Banks is calling out the audience of America's Next Top Model in the new documentary series that's coming to Netflix next month. I am so excited to see this. Tyra said she wanted to fight against the fashion industry with this show, but you obviously created a monster. Like, you perpetuated the same things onto these girls that the fashion industry perpetuated on you, except it was actually worse because you were exploiting these experiences of theirs for your own financial gain. Obviously, it makes perfect sense that if you're making a television show, you would take all of these things that you experienced and turn them into an absolute caricature. Like, that makes sense, and I think a lot of people would have done the same things. I mean, maybe not blackface. I can't believe Jay is saying this in 2026, that they were showing the behind the scenes of what the fashion world was. He better be talking about season 1 only, which really is the only season that I think was authentic at all. That's the case with many reality shows, but I just think it's hilarious that he said this, because it's like, really, the fashion world was Tyra pretending to feign and scaring the shit out of everybody. The fashion world was making models walk on a wobbly runway. So she says, I know I went too far, but you guys were demanding, and so we kept pushing more. And they show this part of this girl fainting. She looks like she just met Jesus. But I think Tyra is saying this in retaliation to all of us who have looked back on the show over the years and called her out for all of this stuff that was harmful. She's saying, yes, I did some bad things, but why didn't you guys change the channel? And that brings up a whole other conversation about entertainment and exploitation and who's responsible for the toxic celebrity culture. Is it the tabloid? Is it the photographer that goes out and stalks these people? The reporter that digs through the trash? Or is it the audience's fault for buying the magazine? She does have a point, because it's like, these networks have the data down to the minute of what people change the channel on. We were watching, we were loving it, we were eating it up. But you can't really rely on an audience to make these moral decisions when the celebrities and the networks and the millionaires are the people that are in charge of this. And it's really their responsibility to create certain boundaries. You can look at these girls and say, well, they knew what they were getting into. They signed up for a reality show. And that's true, but these were young girls, and they were in an environment designed to trick people into being exploited in ways that they didn't even fully understand. I mean, this was really at the beginning of reality TV. One person I would absolutely love to hear from that I wish was in this documentary is Janice Dickinson. I don't think she is, but I really think that Tyra hired her because they needed to have the Simon Cowell, a good cop, bad cop situation. Like, I think Tyra wanted to look like the good, nice girl to Janice's, evil person who's calling this girl fat. And then remember that scene where Tyra turns around and she's like, you're the reason why women are throwing up in the toilet right now. And it's like, again, she's not the one villain to blame, right? This is part of a whole other ecosystem that existed years before this, partially of what inspired this show. How can you blame audiences for watching it when you fed it to them? You fed them this villain in Janice so that you could be the good girl.